Hey, what's up, my ME community and fellow YouTubers out there that happen to land on this channel? You might as well call this Debunkers Part 2. I ran across one a second ago that I just had to say something about. I know there's not a set criteria for what's needed to be affected by these effects, but I know there's a few I think that are a must. Okay, one, you have to have a good memory. All right, not what we're being accused of, which is actually having a bad memory. It's actually the contrary. Let me just say that. Two, these are the ones I want to focus on. Two, you have to have a memory affiliated with these effects. Okay, if you never bought Liquid Drano, then Liquid Drano isn't, you're not going to see anything change about it, or liquid plumber, or whatever it might be. You're not going to see the change because you never ever used it. You don't have a memory affiliated with that product. Light My Fire or whatever it was by the Doors, if you didn't listen to the Doors, then you're not going to recognize the lyrics that change in that song. Okay, and movies, my favorite. If you do not and have not watched any of these movies that these effects take place with, then guess what? It's not going to mean anything to you. Why are you going to care about movies, music, and products you never used, you never watched, you never listened to, you never bought? It's not going to mean anything to you. If you like Hanna-Barbera, well then guess what? I guess Mickey Mouse isn't going to mean anything to you. You didn't watch cartoons. I guess the Flintstones aren't going to mean anything to you. Okay? I mean, if you don't have things affiliated with these memories or with these effects, if you don't have a memory affiliated with these effects, you might as well just go ahead and count yourself out the running. Okay? Or just get out of the race, because you're not even in the same sport. Okay, you are somewhere else in some other thing, which honestly I think is just for people that want some type of fame, some local YouTube fame, I guess, or whatever they're trying to accomplish. But it seems like they have this same thing in common. They don't know what the heck they're talking about. And I'm trying to be polite. I really, really am. Otherwise, without a video running, I'd probably be a lot meaner about this. But you're showing up to a gunfight with a butter knife. I mean, I'm sorry, but you guys and you gals that are trying to debunk this or trying to make this rational sense of what's going on, you're not coming with the proper tools. And being an employer like I am in my life, if you don't show up to the job with the right tools, you might as well go home. And that's how I'm looking at this. Don't come to this situation that a lot of people are finding themselves in, and then you want to try to explain it and you're ill-equipped. You don't have the tools or what it takes to figure out what's going on. Don't go run and open your Bible because you have one. Motels have one. It's one of the seediest places you can go, and they have them in every desk drawer there. All right, so just because you go run to your Bible and you try to point out something, some change, look, it's right here. It couldn't have changed. I'm sorry, that's not going to count. All right, you have to have actually worked and studied within that book. I didn't say go to church on Sundays and hear some sermon that you're falling asleep through, and you pay your little 10%, whatever, your tithe money, and then you go back home and watch Saturday or Sunday football. I'm sorry, that's not who I'm talking to. Okay, either you have to be, I'm not going to say a guru to a certain degree, but you do have to pride yourself on the, let's say, the music intel that you have. Those music people that you run into that happen to know a little bit about everything that have to do with all types of music. Those are the people that you need to talk to about Mandela effects. People that are like myself. I'm a movie guru. I know movies through and through. I've watched certain movies I know 100 times. It's kind of sad and sick, but that's who I am. And you know what? You try to come to me about certain movie Mandela effects, you're probably going to have to pack it up, man, because I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. And, even with products, I'm pretty sure that if you were to go to some house cleaning business or something, or some stocker at some grocery store, I'm pretty sure they can tell you, like, I don't really remember it being that way, or I remember when it did change. Because I mean, let's face it, there's smart people doing really minuscule, crappy jobs out there, and they just weren't one of the lucky ones. They got stuck in some run of the mill, ruddy job, and but you know what? Their brain's still intact. They just use it for other reasons, like movies, like music, like products. We got damned with a good brain and a shitty life. All right. All I'm saying is, for you trying to put this rational spin on it, everything from what I heard tonight was MK Ultra, and the way they're making it sound is MK Ultra. It worked on us, the ones that are going through these effects. That apparently MK Ultra succeeded, and in doing so, we're the affected ones. We're the ones that apparently are under the zombie trance that where MK Ultra succeeded. We're the ones under the trance. Even going by that theory, I have to admit either MK Ultra is a complete and utter failure and it only affects so many thousands of us, or the contrary, it was a success, and guess what? It's the majority of you 6 billion people out there that it did work on. That's what I'm inclined to believe. If that's the theory they want to go, is MK Ultra succeeded, and that's why we remember what we remember. I'm sorry, I'm not going to lean that direction. I refuse to lean that direction, because you know, another part of the criteria that a lot of us have in common is we don't just take what's given to us. I don't care if we were Christians, non or whatever, because we come from all walks of life with all types of backgrounds, all types of colors, all types of religions. But there's some things that we do have in common. And another one of them is questioning the system, okay? Questioning authority. And I do have to thank Dr. Lupo for a little questionnaire thing that he ran one day, which brought a lot of this to my attention also. But you know, we buck the system. You know, these people that are having these memories, we don't just take things given to us. We don't trust our government. We don't trust our friends. We don't trust certain things on face value. Okay, maybe we're all good poker players too. You know, maybe you know, hypnosis doesn't work on people like us, which I guess goes back to your MK Ultra theory out there that it worked. I'm sorry, I have to believe that we're the anomalies. We didn't work. You know, we didn't get the update, what I like to call it. When I meet people that don't get it, they got the update. We didn't. System failure when it came to us. Okay, it didn't work. If that's the way you want to look at it. Okay, so either way, I end up dragging this video out, but I will say, you know, to the debunkers or people that are trying to put a rational spin on it, if you're wondering why it's not affecting you, I'm telling you why. Okay, it's because you have no memories affiliated with the things that have an effect on them. Okay, I mean, I don't know what you did in your life. I don't know if it was My Little Pony. I don't know if it was the movie Goonies. I don't know if it was cookies and cream M&Ms. I don't know. But whenever you do find something that's going to change something you have a memory with, you might be singing a different song. But a lot of these people that are not seeing it, not realizing, not understanding it, they don't have memories or a life affiliated with movies, music, these products, these things that are changing. And even if you want to call yourself a Christian, I mean, let's face it. I mean, Christians are pretty much like 80% shady. A lot of them are just there for church. You know, there ain't a lot of them deciphering that Bible, going through it from beginning to end, cutting down meanings and Latin roots to everything. I'm sorry, but that I was one for a part of my life, and for a very instrumental part of my life in my youth. And I'm telling you right now, there are people that go to church and there's people that live it. And I'm telling you right now, maybe the word I'm not using is live. People live through their music. Some people live through their movies. Some people live through their products. I mean, let's face it, people love crap. You know, okay? When you find these people that have lived through these things, these are the same people that are finding these effects, that are being affected by the things that are changing. But if you do not and have not, if you look at these lists of things that have changed, things that have gone different, if you don't feel like you ever memorize the Lord's Prayer, then you need to get out of here. You need to get out of this room that we have where we're trying to figure out what's going on. Okay? What we don't need are people trying to put a rationalized spin on an irrational thing. Okay? I know it doesn't make sense. I know it scares a lot of you. And these are the people that can see these changes and are refusing to believe it. That's another weird combination of person. I'm not going to name drop who this guy is. If anybody asks, I'll put it in the comments. Okay? But really and truthfully, this guy is an enigma. I don't see how he can see these changes, see the people that it's affecting, and then be in complete denial that there's a reasonable explanation for it. There's not. There's not a reasonable explanation. And that's why you're coming to this precipice in your argument where there's nowhere else to go. Now either you just sound like a fool or you're just sounding foolish. There really is no way out of this argument that you're painting yourself into a corner with this argument. Excuse me, because there really is no explanation. So anyway, I'm sorry if anybody sat through this and ranted and raved about it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know that I'm not the most peaceful person in the world. I know that I can get a little ranty and a little upset, but I promise you, it comes from the same place inside of me that has helped me fight bullies in my life, that has helped me stand up to people that nobody else would, that have helped me say things when nobody else had the balls to say it. Okay, that's where this comes from. It's not directed truly at people that any of you know I've interacted with. It's not, who this is directed towards. It's people trying to undermine things that I feel that a good group of community of people that honestly aren't exactly dull, they're actually the contrary, which is very sharp. And it's very insulting to me. And I'm sorry, some of these things I do get upset about and I do feel very passionate about. I have strong convictions towards certain beliefs and certain people. And there's not anybody that's kind of pussyfooting their way through this theory. I'm sorry. This road is paved with some hard stomping people. And we're not going to be swayed by, I don't know, some rational thought around an irrational subject. And I'm repeating myself. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys sticking around. If you sat around for all this, thanks. I'm sorry. And hopefully the next video, and it will, I promise you, will have a little bit more substance than me just being pissed off at the criteria. So anyway, please, like always, stay strong, guys. If not for yourself, do it for me. Please, I need as much strength behind this as I can get, especially from you guys. You guys help me out a lot. And it's not with subscriptions. It's not with likes on my videos. It's not any of that. You guys help me out by just commenting, letting other people see your comments. And if anybody's still here, thanks. But the voyeurs, let's not forget about the voyeurs out there. And I'm not saying it in a negative way. Let's think about the people out there that are still afraid to speak. These people were never good at public speaking. These people were never good at being like that crazy friend. And a lot of those people spend a lot of time reading, watching, and remembering things that a lot of these affected people are remembering. So, let's just not forget about the voyeurs that are just watching, that don't have a channel, that don't have an account for that matter. They're just watching to be watching. And to those people that I see, create your account. Start your little channel. Even if it's just liking things, I don't know, just, we're waiting for you. Any of you that are just watching, and I hope I don't come off as creepy. That's not what I mean, but there's a community out here. And I want to believe there's a community that is truly seeing no borders like so many other communities. A lot of these Mandela affected people, we've dropped our defenses. Because let's face it, our defenses have been shattered, with this whole thing. But when it comes to others that are in the same boat with us, we're pretty receptive to each other, and we're there for each other as much as we can be. So for, like I said, anybody that's just watching, anybody that's just curious, jump in, okay? Sign up, connect your little Google account to your YouTube or whatever it is, and join in, please. We need as many people as we can because we are the minority. And regardless of what people think, we are not the minority that MK Ultra worked on. We're the minority of people that it didn't work on. I don't care however you want to look at it. It didn't work on us. And maybe there's jealousy there. Maybe people are jealous and envious that they're not awake. Well, I wish I had an answer for you to wake up, because I would, but there isn't one. So thanks. I made a giant video I should have never made. Again, stay strong, people. I need it. You need it. I'll see you soon.